Suffolk County, Long Island, a beautiful suburb of New York City. Tree-lined streets and easily accessible sandy beaches on the north and south shores. It is a desired place to raise a family and make long-lasting memories. Suffolk County is rated as one of the safest communities to live in the country. The biggest secret today is an enormous underground sex trafficking ring, which is going on in every hotel and motel in our county. Are you aware the Suffolk County Police Department has a dedicated unit investigating sex trafficking in Suffolk County? The Human Trafficking Investigations Unit was formed in March 2018. Since its inception, they have arrested 51 individuals involved in sex trafficking. The unit has been able to identify over 220 girls in Suffolk County entangled in these illegal enterprises, 95% of whom are girls born and raised right here in Suffolk County. These victims are our neighbors, daughters, nieces, our children's classmates, and our children's friends. This problem is in our communities, in our neighborhoods, right in our backyards. The main goal of the unit is to remove these victims from this terrible, dangerous lifestyle. We want to separate the victims from their traffickers and help them get the assistance they need to travel in a more productive, happy path. We also want to hold those responsible for manipulating, coercing, and forcing these victims to sell their bodies. But first and foremost, to help lend support to our victims. Community awareness is an integral piece to solving this problem. A majority of our victims are middle and high school girls, recruited between the ages of 13 and 17.
Jenna was the middle child. She was my first daughter. She looked like a China doll. She had real, like, sharp features, and she had a little dimple in her chin, and she was just always a good baby. Never, even growing up, she was always happy. I think she was a typical middle child.
Tori was a very sweet child. She was very smart. She loved little babies. She was always very mothering to her younger cousins and younger kids. But she was my everything. She was my first girl.
And she had a lot of friends. She loved her sister when her sister came along. And she was very into family. Her grandfather, her grandmother, everybody was really special to her.
I know she wanted to be a hairdresser when she got older. When she was younger, she wanted to be a singer. She wanted to go on that singing competition show.
She was very talented in makeup. She would do everybody's hair, braids, like all kinds of braids and weaves and nails, and she always looked beautiful. We would always ask her to do our makeup when we went out. So that's what she really wanted to do.
Growing up, we used to watch American Idol. That was pretty new when she was younger, and she loved to sing, so she always wanted to aspire to get on the show. So she would sing at holidays. She'd sing to me, and she was really good at it. She had the voice of an angel. She really did.
These traffickers are master manipulators who play on the heartstrings of our youth. In most cases, these traffickers pretend to care about them, maybe even become a boyfriend who cares and loves them. This will quickly change from caring to control, from love to fear. One of our victims described her trafficker after 4 years of torture as stealing her soul. She was left with an emptiness inside her.
When she was 17 was the first time she ever got in trouble in high school. Her and the girls, it was like the second to last day of school, they'd put vodka in a bottle. So then she had started doing drugs after that. And not soon after, when she was really bad into drugs, she was gang raped. And I heard later on that that is one initiation.
I'm going to say I noticed the most changes in Tori when she went to high school. Some of the friends that she introduced me to, I could just tell that they were, not good for her. I noticed a change in her attitude towards me.
Some of the people that were coming over, I could tell were not good influences or good people.
Jenna's boyfriend actually turned out to be a trafficker who was recruiting her. This recruitment led to a life of forced prostitution and drug use.
Being secretive, and she always wanted to have a boyfriend because I think she was seeking that attention because her father wasn't around.
I kind of found out that Tori was using, smoking pot and taking pills because I had found what you would call a journal, I guess. It was like a notebook, and she was writing stuff in it, and I saw that she was writing stuff about pills. And when confronted, it got into an ugly situation that escalated, and eventually, we had to just go into our separate rooms, part ways.
So I noticed things were changing when she stopped taking care of herself like she used to. She didn't eat regularly. She kept very strange hours in the house, sneaking out at times, sneaking out and not coming home when she was supposed to.
A crisis hotline that I called, and then I tried to get her. Someone came to the house and she was supposed to meet with them, and she just never showed up.
Oh, I would say consistency. Look for any change in their personality, their eating habits, their hygiene, their lack of interest in things that they were interested in. Say to look for any changes in their personality and follow up. Be consistent and just love them, let them know you're there, and pray.
Unfortunately, we lost both Jenna and Tori to a heroin overdose. We as a community can't just mourn the loss of Jenna, Tori, and countless others who have died. We must learn from their experience. We must learn how they were recruited, manipulated, and then threatened. We must learn why they continue to use drugs to cope with their emotional trauma. We must learn to recognize the signs of someone being recruited, recognize the signs of a trafficker, become aware that it's happening right here in our community to a massive scale and is only growing larger. If we become aware and use Jenna and Tori's experiences, maybe we as a community can prevent the next victim from being recruited. Maybe we as a community can save lives.
The Suffolk County Police Department is committed to combating human trafficking. That's why we created the Suffolk County Anti-Trafficking Initiative, a task force consisting of law enforcement partners, advocacy agencies, social services, and community groups. The goal of this task force is to bring awareness, to assist the victims, and to bring the traffickers to justice.